Is your pistol at the gunsmith's?
What would you know about it, lad?
Nothing. Just thought it might be precious to you.
So, what's it to you?
How about a trade? These cannons for the return of your pistol.
That ain't trade, that's friggin' extortion. Doesn't matter anyhow. Henri will never hand it over.
I'll get your pistol back.
Henri won't just hand it over. Especially not if all you're gonna do is give it back to me.
Let me worry about that.
I don't want you making trouble on my account, lad.
You must have really pissed Henri off.
That arsehole! He says I owe him gold.
Well, do you?
Depends how you look at it. I gave him my pistol to repair. Only he won't give it back until I paid him what he says I owe.
So how come you owe him?
It all started the last time we played cards. I admit he had the better hand, but I swear he was cheating.
So pay him.
It'll be a cold day in hell before that bastard gets a single gold piece from me.
Maybe not.
I'm watching you, mate.
You wretched bilge bag.
Oi, who invited you? Leave it out.
You've no business here.
Who's got it now? Henri. He's got it locked up in his storehouse. Yeah.
Listen, about that Smith, Wilson.
That penniless oaf. What's he got to do with you? He sent you here, didn't he? Typical. He sent you here to beg on his behalf, didn't he? How pathetic. What are you, a pirate or an errand boy?
He'll pay you. For your time and inconvenience, of course.
Talk to me like that again, and I'll have a word with my good friend, the Admiral.
It couldn't hurt to ask, could it?
I'll show you something that will hurt. How dare you, sir? I'm a lady. Fallen on hard times and need to make extra cash. How ungentlemanly.
Come on, you'd be helping out a gentleman in need. If you had a word with him and explained things to him.
Well, perhaps, but it'll cost you. 1,000 gold, and I'll be willing to forget this slur on my honor.
1,000? Just for...
Yes? You were going to add some ungallant and impertinent remark?
me? Never. Perhaps there's a way we can help each other. After all, I do hate to see a lady in distress.
Keep talking, I'm listening.
Well, it's about our mutual friend Wilson.
I like the sound of this. 500 gold, and we're in business.
Here, what do you want?
To go in?
Not a chance. Orders is orders.
I'm a pirate captain and I demand entry.
Admiral Alvarez and Captain Slane are in a meeting.
Yes, and I should be in there with them.
You should. Leave it out.
I'm certainly no blacksmith.
You're not alone!
Yeah.
Another one.
Hey, you. Yes, you.
You talking to me?
I certainly am. Got something special here. You interested?
What are you skulking around here for?
The things I got, they're not for everyone. Have to be careful who I deal with, see? But you look like the kind of man I can trust. The kind who knows the value of a good deal.
Ugh, I can spot a con man when I see one.
Right, so you're some kind of con man. And you think I'm gonna fall for this crap?
Hear me out, Squire.
Where did you get all this stuff from?
Ah, that's my business. Do I ask you where you got all your gear from?
A lot of it from people I killed. Depends what it is.
Rare items, that's what I deal in. The kind of stuff you can't get anywhere else. Some of them extra special, just for the best captains. You name it, I can get it for you. And always at a reasonable price.
I'm listening.
I've got just the thing for you, Squire. But you pay for it up front, then I tell you what it is.
Do I look that stupid to you?
It'll be worth it, I promise you.
But how can I trust you?
Call it a leap of faith. If I tell you and you don't want it, I'll be screwed if word gets out about the stuff I've got.
You want me to buy something without knowing what it is?
Okay, so I'll tell you. It's a key from the tavern. Belonged to Spencer the landlord. Get you into any of the rooms they used to rent out to travellers. And look here. A treasure map too. All kosher. 100% guaranteed genuine.
I'll think about it.
Sure, but don't wait too long.
Let's see what you've got.
But of course, take your time.
I bet you could teach me some really dirty moves.
Well, maybe.
You there, hold up.
It's only that fat git of a gatekeeper.
Just a word of warning, like. There's 7 shades of shit out there in the world. No bugger's coming to help you if you land up in the clag. Least of all me, alright?
You don't look like the kind of man who would pass by on the other side if someone needed help.
No, mate. I look like the kind of man whose job it is to stop the shittery getting into town. Not to help out clueless pigging ramblers with monsters on their case. Take my advice. Next time you fancy a stroll, go to Blood Oath Square.
I'll bet you don't miss a trick, do you?
You're not wrong, mate. I got eagle eyes, me. No one gets past me unnoticed.
Oh well. You know your way around Antigua?
Born and bred, mate. Born and bred. Of course, it ain't like it was when I was a nipper. Never used to get all these shitting monsters coming ashore for starters.
The monsters must be Mara's creatures.
My job's making bloody sure none of these shitters gets into town. Just think, I used to have an easy life.
Tell me about the backwoods.
Straight ahead, a little further on, there's the spring where the water carriers work. There's fishing on the east beach. Old Mac, he's on the west beach. He keeps watch for ships. There's caves too. Loads of plants and animals, if you're on some bleeding nature ramble.
I see. Don't you ever get bored?
Not me, mate. I get to sit out here all day, soaking up this lovely sun. So long as there ain't no monsters about, there's nothing better.
Settling down with a beautiful woman?
All sounds a bit too much like hard work to me, mate. Nah. I'm glad the Admiral assigned me this number. A spot of sunshine, tot of rum, not much action. Easy life.
I'm looking for a druid.
You mean Eldrick?
Yes, have you seen him?
A few days back. I warned him of the dangers inland, but did he listen? Did he, bollocks?
Where did he go?
Downstream, then off to the west. Follow the stream and you might find him.
Thanks, you've been a great help.
Yeah, well, mind no other bugger has to go out in search of you.
I heard you've got a thing for Grace.
Yeah? And? What bloke round here doesn't?
Men.
What's it to you, anyhow?
Never mind, doesn't matter. Can you show me how to fight?
If you've got any gold, sure.
Show me how to fight.
What do you want to know?
Blood Oath Square? I've never heard of it.
It's where the captain's house is, mate. You know, where they used to initiate pirate captains into the creed? Yeah. And punish them who broke the creed, too. Used to be, if you broke the creed, they'd sort you out permanent. All overgrown now, the square is. Full of bleeding winos, too.
Why are these creatures coming here?
I've heard it's because the whole island's cursed. Word is, a bunch of pirate captains woke some shitting supernatural entity from her sleep. Let me tell you, I've seen some bloody horrible creatures lately. Nasty bastards. Who'll kill you soon as look at you. It's like they hate people. Like we're their enemies. Creepy, innit?
That's enough, Slain. We had a deal. I kept my part of our bargain, now it's your turn.
You'll get your tribute in time. Right now, though, all I can give you is the booty from my last raid.
A deal's a deal, Slain. You won't squirm your way out of things this time. If your honor's worth anything to you, you'll settle your debt once and for all.
Honor. You're always droning on about that. It really is getting quite boring, you know. I don't have the sacrificial knife here, and shouting at me won't change that.
Think I can't tell when you're lying? What if I have my men search your ship? How long before they found the thing hidden away somewhere on board?
Careful, old man. Don't pick a fight you can't win.
You're threatening me in the city I built. I control everything here, as you're now finding out. Think about that, while your ship's planks grow moss, and whatever water you've got left aboard her turns foul and undrinkable.
Old fool, can't you see we're all running out of time?
The trade embargo will remain slain until you hand over the sacrificial knife. That is my final word.
I saw you, villain. Well now, if it isn't the new captain. Looking a little green around the gills there, sport.
You were expecting me?
I saw your boat. Not a bad little tub, I have to say. Can it be true that Steelbeard let you join his crew?
It's true. In fact, he gave me command of his vessel, just before he died.
Impossible!
I was there when it happened.
If you saw it happen, how can I deny that it did? If Mara was too strong even for Steelbeard, things are worse than I thought.
No one's invincible.
That bitch Mara, she'll pick us off one by one. She'll wait and then strike when she's ready.
You're a hard man to find.
You were looking for me then?
Steelbeard used his dying breath to send me in your direction.
Ah, the old dog was always full of surprises. I'm honored. Smart of you to look for me here, in Antigua. Although I have to say, you got lucky. I'd have been back on the high seas before long.
But Alvarez won't let you leave.
Eavesdropping, were you? Bad show, sport.
I could hardly miss it. The militia had sentenced me to death by hanging. So there I was, standing on the gallows, rope around my neck and waiting for my final drop. When my old mate Greg showed and shot through the rope just in time. I still keep the rope in the storehouse as a souvenir of my escape. That's one lucky bastard. Wait here.
Yes.
Rotten scrote.
The 8 rules of the pirate's creed. 1. On his own ship, a captain's word is law. 2. He who finds it can keep it. 3. Never shy away from a good fight. 4. The means justifies the ends. 5. A deal is a deal. 6. Don't start a war in your own harbor. 7. Both parties have to agree to a duel in their own harbor. 8. Whoever breaks the creed must suffer death or dishonor.
So, here's the latest scrote to roll his scabrous sack into town.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
I bade you welcome, my boy. Settled in nicely, have you?
Just about.
Good, good. We'll discuss your promotion soon enough. It's rather empty here in the captain's house now that Steelbeard is food for the fish.
You know that Steelbeard's dead.
Yes, a terrible loss. But he died with his boots on, as they say. When you stepped into those boots, boy, you took on more than you bargained for. So, let us celebrate your promotion, Captain.
I'm honored.
Indeed you are, my boy. You have become one of the last pirate captains of the southern seas. You bear a great responsibility. So, join with me, and let us initiate you in the traditional way.
I hope you just mean we sing a song or something.
Filthy-minded scrote, you care nothing for our glorious past.
Well,
You don't? I suppose times have changed, alas.
did you know Steelbeard well?
You can say that again. Back in the day, we'd seize the king's ships together. To celebrate each haul, we'd go whoring in every port on the southern seas. But there is more to the buccaneering life than booty of whichever type. There is the creed. Steelbeard never forgot the creed.
You do love your pirate traditions.
There's nothing like the creed. A captain who dishonors the creed is lost.
What is this creed of yours?
I knew you for an ignorant scrote the moment I clapped eyes on you. You have no idea what I'm talking about. The rules of the creed are what make us, boy. They keep us, bind us, make us more than mere thieves. Embrace them if you want to be a Steelbeard and not another slave. The Black Book of the Creed lies on my desk in the council chamber. Read it, if you're not illiterate.
I will.
Good. You can't afford not to.
I heard about your dispute with Slain.
Yes, Slain is, not to mince words, something of a bastard. Someday he'll learn, even if I have to keep him mouldering here for years.
Pushes your buttons, doesn't he?
I've seen many a captain wrecked on the rocks of their egos. Slain is as unyielding as a sucking octopus and not much more intelligent. I hope you'll learn to be more reasonable, boy.
What's your beef with him exactly?
Sometimes it takes more than an army to fight evil, especially if you don't know where the evil lurks.
You mean the sacrificial knife, right?
Slain has no idea of the power he holds in his grasp. The knife is a terrible weapon, especially in the wrong hands. But it'll take a lot to make him see the light, assuming it's not too late already.
I want to fight Mara.
That does you credit, but what I'd really like to know is how you propose to fight her.
With the sacrificial knife.
You'll need more than that, my boy. If you face Mara with the knife alone, she'll shove it down your throat and cut out your heart from the inside.
So what do you suggest?
You must finish what we other captains began. It has fallen to you to correct our mistakes.
What was it you did?
I sent Steelbeard and his fleet to steal the treasure of the Water Temple. Steelbeard and the 3 other captains under his command took the 4 Titan artifacts from the temple, but in the process they woke a monster and damned themselves forevermore.
You sent them?
Yes, Steelbeard, Crow, Garcia, and that pig-witted bastard Slane. All of us planned the Water Temple heist. The greatest stroke ever pulled on the 7 seas. Or so we hoped.
And that's where Steelbeard got this curse of his. The curse he passed on to me.
Yes, you will bear the curse as long as Mara lives. You and the other captains too. Each of you is cursed in a different way. Each of you may yet share Steelbeard's fate.